Hi, I'm theciaellis and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. Alright, it is, as I'm recording this, it is, I think it's October 8th. Yes, October 8th. So I've been slow getting stuff out, and you can hear rustling around. I'll show you why you can hear rustling. Because, yes, I've got a mess to do today. But it was 54 degrees when I was doing chores this morning. It's warming up quickly. I don't know how much longer I'll be wearing this shirt, but we'll see how it goes. But first, let me show you what my project of the day is. Alright, this is what Tom has been doing in the garden all summer. So the tomatoes are looking pretty good. Man, everything's dying off. Everything in this row, this first row, has died and gone, and so there's nothing left of it. But all of this is supposed to be gardened too. Every year I decide that I want to try to do some gardening, or you know, over the winter time I try to clear this area. I try to do things. This last year I didn't do that. I was burned out. I didn't want to garden anymore. I was tired. And now I'm thinking, all right, you know what? The best time to get things ready for the next season is now. And one of the things my project today is to start working on a compost pile. I talked to Tom last night, and we decided on where a good location would be to put the compost pile, and that's what I'm going to try to work on now. And at the same time, I'm basically going to be doing a lot of scything this morning to get ready to put up a compost pile. Hey, leave it alone, baby. Dogs are usually not allowed in the garden, and for good reason. So I'm going to start scything stuff down, so maybe I can get a spot put together to have a compost pile, and we could work on it. I've got plenty to put into it. I've got lots of grass. I've been saving coffee grounds for a long time, and I need to get them into it. There's no telling what else I can put into it. But today, let's see if we can just, if nothing else, get the area cleared. Okay, my first problem is there's a lot of stuff underneath all this grass. So I'm going to be careful doing that. And then I've got some heavy stem stuff that I think I'm going to go get my loppers and take care of them with that. Alright, this is not easy to see, but there is a fence here that's separating the two gardens, and eventually I'm going to go back on that other side and do some work over there too. But I did get this cleared. I guess I got to figure out what to do with this bag of stuff here. I was picking up these coffee cans actually work very good, especially since we have such high winds. If you cut the bottoms out of them, and when you first plant your seedlings outside in your garden, it actually provides a pretty good wind protection. But if they're left out out all summer, they get brittle. And so I had picked a bunch of brittle ones up and I had thrown them out there. And just in a 5-minute period, this girl had them shredded and all down the way down there. So I stopped to get those picked up. All right, I do have a tarp here. I was going to take some of this stuff to the pigs. And I still may take some to the pigs. I don't know. But then I'm thinking, duh, you're cutting the grass to make a compost pile. So I guess what I'm going to do is now that it's cut, I'll just pile it back here. I was looking for another set of fencing type stuff to hold it together, and I do not. And yes, I know you're supposed to chop this stuff up to make it break down more quickly. I do not have anything that will chop it down more quickly into smaller pieces, so it's just going to get piled back over here, and everything's just going to get piled back up. But at least it's not growing, or well, it wasn't going to be growing anyway, but it's not, at least it's not in the ground so that it can grow. I don't know what I'm doing. Something else you might not be able to see on the other side here. This is where we keep the turkey and little red hen. The little red hen has been really curious about what I'm doing over here, and the turkey back there in the distance, she just tries to stay out the way. But you'll hear them in the video also. I moved this bag, and there's a snake. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there, trying to hide from us. And I don't blame him. I'm glad the dogs didn't find it. Well, I don't even know if you can tell a difference. Maybe that's a lot of clearing that's not really showing. And what's kind of stupid is this section right here is actually tarped off, and it's just been covered up too. So I've got, and this is just the south garden. On the other side of this fence is a whole nother garden that we have not planted in several years. And every couple of years, I really come in here and clear this out, get it down to the dirt and all. And then the very next year, it grows up like this. One year I cleared it out, and I think it was pigweed, just completely overtook this garden. And then it had some blister beetles that overtook that. It was awful. And I think that's why I get discouraged with gardening. Is I have in the past put hours and hours and hours of work into this place, and I can't get on top of it. But this year's ending, and another one will be starting here the next few months, and maybe I can spend the winter getting it ready again. We'll have to see. Checking to make sure all the dogs are out of the garden before I close the gate. I think they got hot and went and laid down. Now let's see if we can get a little bit more trim work done. I'd really like to get that done on this bathroom. I guess the first thing I need to try to do is repair this, because it's not sticking up underneath the wall like it should. So I think I'm going to get some glue and weigh it down and see if I can get that where it won't come up anymore. Alright, I don't know if this is necessary, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. I'm going to weigh it down. I'm doing wax paper just in case I use too much glue. And I don't believe I did, but we'll find out. And then I've got something here for weight, and we'll see how that goes. Well, little by little, in general, I think it looks pretty good. This back here does not look good for a variety of reasons. One thing is because the flooring itself does not cover it all, but that is life. It still looks better than nothing there. I do have a challenge with this. There's a little bit of an overlap here. Let's see. And I don't know why. I don't know what I need to do to fix it. I don't know if I can just kind of overlook it and just kind of put my thing there. But then again, I don't know how to fix this in the long run either to make it look okay. I'll have to think about it. Maybe talk to Tom and see what he has to say. Little by little, and I know I said that already, but oh my goodness, guys, has this not taken so long? I do like that white on the bottom though. All right, I'm hoping the wind doesn't get too bad and it's going to mess up this recording, but I'm going to try this anyway. All right. I was in there doing the finishing editing, or starting to finish up the editing of this particular video, and then I realized I had not done a wrap-up clip. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm wrapping this up. I'm getting there, guys. I knew that I was stressed and tired from the softball season and trying to keep up and get things done, but now that I'm actually in the process of catching up, I'm realizing how far behind I am and how much I've messed stuff up. So I'm recording this now, this wrap up, so we can get this video out. There's a lot going on still though. One of my upcoming videos is going to be where we're going to have to, I'm still working on the trim, obviously, and I've still got a long way to go, obviously, but we are in a $1,500 house that I have been trying to renovate for much too long to make it even livable. And Kenzie's bathroom, the vanity has completely collapsed in it, and so I had to go make an emergency purchase of a vanity and a sink, and we're going hopefully this next video that we can get that put in there so she didn't have to worry about her sink literally falling off the wall. I don't know what's keeping it on the wall right now. I think it's the plumbing that's keeping it up, so that can't be good. So I might still be working on some trim here and there, but I've got to get the vanity put in. My skirting on the north end of the house has collapsed again. Not completely collapsed, it's just damaged. It's got some gaps in it, and that's the whole point of skirting, is to not have gaps, so that when that winter's coming, and it is coming, when things get below freezing, you don't have frozen pipes quite as easily either. So I'm getting there. I do want to remind you I'm on Rumble. I do things on Rumble. These videos, when I get them published, I put them on Rumble. I also do, just like what I do on TikTok and on Instagram, I do my quote of the day and the scripture of the day. And I can be found on Rumble at theciaellis, theciaellis. That's all I got for you today. I promise I'll get caught up somewhere along the way, and I'm doing my best. I keep finding mistakes and hoping to fix them. God bless, guys. I'll see you next time.